Hey, good evening, depending on where you're watching. And if you're watching after the fact, welcome to Swahili Sunday. Started a little late today. I've had some technical difficulties. Not sure if Layla's going to be able to join tonight because her son's not feeling well. They're taking him to the doctor. So uh, you just adapt and overcome when things don't work right. Yeah, I don't know what was happening, and I still have more weird stuff going on here. My computer just decided to do some kind of crazy update, and then it decided to I got in and then I it wouldn't log into StreamYard, so then I had to get back out and get back in, and then it put two of me in there, and then I had to remove one. So I don't know. But here we are. Wanted to give you the Swahili word for the day, shamba. Still, this is the same word we're going to be using probably for the next few weeks because I believe in about 2 weeks, Leila will be heading to up to Mt Elgon to do the harvesting. If you've seen the posts, I posted a picture of the cabbage field and how it's about ready to be harvested. I'm excited to see how that goes. She'll take a lot of photos and I'll be able to share a lot of that with you. So shamba is the Swahili word of the day. It means farm. And we're excited that the farm is actually coming together. If Layla's able to join, she may join later. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't even have my phone right here to text with her, so I left it over somewhere else. But if not, she'll come on next week and give us an update, and then uh, might not be able to while she's up there. We were hoping to try to get Pastor Hezron on, but their connection up there is so weak that he's not able to get on and give us an update as well. And he's not been well either. He's been a little under the weather. I think he was in the hospital for 3 days, had some pneumonia and stuff. So pray for him. Pastor Hezron, if you're listening, we later or whenever you hear this, you know that we're praying for you and everybody up there at Mt Elgon, that the harvest goes smoothly and that everything works out well. This is going to be a short one today. The past week, I was at the Fair Trade Federation conference. I talked about that on B&B Live on Thursday. If you didn't catch that, I'll give you a quick update. The Fair Trade Federation, Baskets and Beads Kenya, is a member of the Fair Trade Federation, which means that our practices, our business practices, and the way we work with the artisans in Kenya has been verified to be basically fair and that we have a transparent relationship with them, that they're paid fairly, that there's no child labor, there's no forced labor, and that the lines of communication are open. The supply chain is actually, our supply chain is very short. It's from me to Leila to them. So we don't have a lot of people in the middle of that. But the Fair Trade Federation conference is a time to come together. I had a booth at the expo to show the products, and hopefully we'll get some orders. And you see there's a tail. That tail, I don't know if you noticed that. Yes, she's bumped now. She's bumping the thing. Gracie. Yes, there she goes again. Gracie, you want to come say hi? Gracie is my son's dog, so she has to come and say hi. Usually Indigo's the one that gets in the picture, but Gracie's here too, so she wants to get some attention and some pets. Let me see. There she goes. And so anyway, the Fair Trade Federation conference gave me, it was my first conference. We became a member of the Fair Trade Federation in 2019. I think after the conference, I don't remember the exact date or right around the time of the conference. And I didn't go to the conference in 2019. And then this was the first conference that they've had in person since COVID. They've had some online, and they did a great job with the online conferences, but it's not the same when you get to meet people face to face. And I hadn't met a lot of people. There's a lot of people who've been doing fair trade for a lot of years. I'm still very new to this. As a matter of fact, I did not even really know much or have an understanding of fair trade when I got involved in this. I basically brought some beads back and thought I'd sell them with my book when I was speaking, because I went on a mission trip, and it's turned into a lot more, and it's growing faster than I had expected, and didn't expect any of this to actually happen. So that I had to learn about fair trade and get an understanding about fair trade. There were a lot of businesses. I thought, oh, maybe I'll sell some products to some little boutique shops and people that do fair trade, as I was learning about it. And many of them were like, well, you're not a member of the Fair Trade Federation, so we won't do business with you. And I thought, okay, I guess I need to become a member of the Fair Trade Federation. So worked very hard. It's a very extensive process. I actually took, I think, a couple of weeks to do the application. I do a little bit at a time, and then come back to it again and come back to it again, because there's so many questions that they ask. And then there's a board that goes and looks at your application. And we were actually denied when I applied, and then it said, well, you have 30 days to appeal. And I remember the staff was like, well, you can apply again next year, because you can only apply once a year. And I thought, well, I'm not going to wait a whole year. So I ended up doing an appeal, and they accepted me. I got some help from some people with how to complete the things that they were saying that I didn't have enough information on. And that's what you do. You go forward and you think, okay, I need to find people smarter than me to actually help me to get this to work. And I did. So became a member of the Fair Trade Federation. So this was my first conference in person. It's a very important conference to attend. There was a conference the week before, Veterans Edge, that I would have loved to have attended as well, but I couldn't, because I have a corporate job. I have to balance my time off, because we're in countdown to Kenya now and heading towards that. So I had to pick what was most important, and this was most important for my business. As a matter of fact, there were several fair trade stores that are interested in carrying some of the products. So I've started to reach out to them. And especially one store was very interested in paper beads, which I'm excited about, because pretty much all the ladies make paper beads. And that will give an opportunity for everybody to earn income. So when we do things with the tailoring group, only the ladies that sew will earn from that. But when it's like the baskets that you see behind me, and the paper beads, all of these, and the ones I'm wearing, they're all, almost all the ladies make paper beads. It's something that everyone can make, and most of them wear the baskets as well. Make the baskets as well. I'm not sure if you saw I posted on Facebook, it's on Instagram as well. And in the Facebook group, there's a survey. I've worn this dress. If you seen the picture of me in the long dress, I've worn it to almost every event that I'm exhibiting at, where if it wasn't in the middle of the summer where it was really hot. But if I was indoors somewhere doing an event, I wore this dress, and I've gotten so many compliments on it, and so many people asking me if we make those, that we've decided to, when I return to Kenya, to make some of those and see how they sell. The survey is, would you buy this dress, and in what colors? Because the fabric that I'm wearing is 99.9% sure to not be available. They do single runs of fabric. They don't do them again. And it's hard to get those. In the future, if this seems to take off, we will see about working with a fabric manufacturer ourselves and do our own fabric runs, if that's possible. That's something that Leila and I have been talking about. But we have to test it and see what'll work. Like there's the tunics that I have, and I'm clearing those out because those did not sell that great. They sold a little bit, but we're clearing those out to make room for other things. The tiered skirts, I don't have those anywhere, but when in the store, or in the store Fairtrade Long Beach, or in our space at South Ritchie in Santa Ana, or when I'm out exhibiting, sometimes I take them with me, because those are kind of one-off, and I haven't put those on the website to sell that way. I've had them basically limited to being in the store. But the dresses, I may, depending, they'll eventually make it to online. I'll probably test them out in the store to see how they work, and or at events and see how they work. And if they really start selling well, then we'll actually make several of those. But you have to test to see how things work out. So if you see that the question, it's in the on the Facebook page, in the face Baskets and Beads group, and on my profile, it says, would you wear this dress? The one in the group is a survey, so if you click on that, that would be really helpful to let us know. I'm also probably going to wear it during a B&B live, so I can ask the audience, would this be something that you would wear? So that would help us to determine, and in what colors, because we will, when I get to Kenya, we will go, Leila and I will go down to Eastleigh in Nairobi and do some shopping for some fabric. I love going there. Ugh, the fabrics are so beautiful. And it's so, I love it. I just love the fabrics. So I'm excited about that. And so we'll be making a lot. The aprons have been selling well. Some of them, the patterns were sold out. Some of them we have 1 or 2 left. And those are available online, also in Fairtrade Long Beach, and at our space at South Ritchie. So if you want to do a drive-by, that's great. Also, I don't have the link, do I? I need to I'll post the link later for registration for, it's posted on the, I think on the page in the group and on my profile. It's not on LinkedIn, but there's an Eventbrite. I was going to say Eventbrite. So you can register for our grand opening, which is April 16th in Santa Ana. So you can come check out the space, take a look at that, do some shopping if you like, to see the products and hear about the mission of Baskets and Beads. Ask any questions you may have if you're local. We're going to live stream it as well, and for people to see, probably do that through StreamYard so people can see what's going on. But there's an event on Facebook, but I created an Eventbrite. So if you register for that, that would be helpful, so we know how many people to prepare for, because we'll have light refreshments and just a time to connect and have a good time. And one last thing before I go, I'm going to sign off here shortly, is our fundraiser, givesendgo.com/mission Kenya. And I'm going to also post it on the chat if I can pull it up. I guess I can't pull it up. Oh my gosh, it's like nothing wants to work today. I love it when that happens. There we go. I don't know what's going on. We just adapt and overcome with this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the comments as well. That'll show up on all the Facebook pages. Right, there it is, givesendgo.com/mission Kenya. We've already had some donations start coming in. Now it's April. We're in the less than 60-day countdown to Kenya. I leave May 24th. So I am going to start reaching out to people for donations. So expect to see something in your inbox asking for a donation if you haven't already donated. If you've already donated, I appreciate the support. I actually had a dream last night. It was a very weird dream that my motorcycle was stolen, and I put that insurance money towards the fundraiser. I guess in my head, I just am wanting the funds to come in, and I don't know why I dreamed that. That's a very interesting dream, but I would love for you to support the fundraiser, $20. I have one person that donates $5 a month. That $5 will help provide some food or buy some school supplies, or provide food for a kid for a day or two. That you never know how far that dollar will go. So would love for you to support if I get 1,000 people to donate $20. Let me put this in here. Now we've had some donations already, but 1,000 people donating $20 reaches the goal, or it's a lot easier. 200 people donating $100 reaches the goal. So they say it takes a village. It does take a village of people to help support this. So I would really appreciate your support. Your consideration for a donation is tax deductible because we are a 501c3 here. We also have an NGO in Kenya. I'm working on figuring out how to get some grants so I don't, and some other funds, some other organizations to provide funds so I don't have to keep doing this every year. But until then, I will do, the only way I know how to raise funds is to do crowdfunding and ask for support. So if there's a lot of people that want to go to Kenya with me, but if you can't go and you want to support this trip or this mission that we're doing there, please consider a donation to givesendgo.com/mission Kenya. All right, everybody, I am going to sign off here for today. If you believe in prayer, please pray for Hezron, for Pastor Hezron up in Mt Elgon. He's been sick. For the ladies at Mt Elgon, the ladies in Kipsongo, for Leila, who's been sick, and now her son Gigi's not feeling well either. So if you could just consider them all in your prayers, lift them up for healing and strength, and me also. I'm running on empty and I'm working hard to get this done, but I'm also taking time for myself to recharge, but sometimes it's not enough because I still feel tired today. So pray for my stamina as well. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great day. Nakupenda.